So I think the actual setup for this video took longer than the actual video is going to take, because I had to bring the chair in, and then of course I had to bring a chair in for my kiddo. I had to get the blankets. Like, I don't know about you guys, I love a good blanket. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is. I always have to have a blanket, and this is the softest blanket ever. I absolutely love it. And of course had to get my kiddo all set up and all that good stuff. Anyways, hi friends, how are you today? I wanted to show you the makeup I did, give you a good close-up, because I feel like the way my setup now, it's more comfortable, but not as good as giving close-ups, I feel. So this is not how I normally would go out, but I kind of love it. Like, it's fun. And it's one thing I love about makeup. You can do anything. And I feel like if you wear it confidently, who's going to know this isn't how you normally would go? Right? And so, yeah. And I realized that I do think I have a couple errands to run today. And I think this is not how I normally would go out. But I'm going to do it anyways. And I know that it's not like, they're not the same. It's not symmetrical. I did try to kind of put them in the same placement, and I used the same colors, but I didn't try too hard to make them symmetrical. I'll explain it in a minute. As always, thank you so much for watching, you guys, and thank you for your likes, for any likes, comments, and subscriptions. I appreciate that so much. So the book I'll be talking about today is called A Trick of the Light by AM Lamonte. And as always, I own nothing. All rights belong to her. So this is a book I wasn't quite sure about. I believe in ghosts, guys. I know people who have had encounters with them. And I have been to some places that are definitely haunted. But I've never actually, experienced a ghost. And I am perfectly fine with that. That's not something I feel like I need to make my life complete. I am a little bit curious about them from a distance. And so, I typically, I don't do ghost shows. Well, okay, actually, you know that show, is it Ghost Hunter? No. What is that show? I will put it up here once I remember. It's like she can see ghosts and she helps them move on. Who is the main actress? I don't remember her name. I've seen her so much, but I don't remember. But she helps them move on. In one episode, there's a huge plane crash. Oh, she owns an antique store, and the ghosts come for her, and she helps them move on. I will put it up here once I look it up, because I can't remember. I used to like that show a lot, and actually, I did watch some episodes fairly recently. Still a good show. Anyway. Back to the book. So, but yeah, I really don't do anything like that. But that show I can handle. Like the Ghost Hunter shows, though, and stuff. Nope. Won't do it. Okay, now we're getting on to the book. So, Tessa Smythe is having a really rough time. Her boyfriend dumped her for her best friend. And she lost her job because she was so upset about this. She kind of didn't go to work for about a week. And they didn't really like that. So she just lost her job. And she has decided to go to a baking contest. Tessa is not a baker. But she bought her boyfriend tickets, not tickets, but she signed him up for and paid for his entry. There we go. Paid for his entry into a baking contest because her boyfriend likes to cook. So she figured that would be something that he would enjoy. Well, her ex likes to cook. But unfortunately, it didn't go over as well as she thought it would. He wasn't very excited about it, and he kind of teased her about it. But she was not going to let this go to waste, and she sure as heck wasn't going to let him have the tickets. So and Tessa doesn't even like sweets, so she's not really sure why she's doing this, other than she is not going to let him have them, and she's not going to let them go to waste. So and she lives in Oregon, and so she goes to this little town called Grayview in Oregon, and ends up and they've put her up in a apartment building, and so she goes to her apartment, and she hears a couple of weird noises, but she figures maybe it's the neighbors, and she's got to get groceries and stuff, but she just figures she'll deal with that tomorrow. So she makes some tea, and she gets, like, really cold. And goes to sleep. And then the next day, she meets with the judges and the other contestants, and they explain the rules of the contest and all that good stuff. And she decides that she's going to make chocolate chip cookies, because everyone loves chocolate chip cookies, right? Well, Tessa doesn't, but everyone else does, right? And, the recipe is on the back of the package. It can't be that hard. So she goes and she starts making them. She gets distracted, though, and after she puts them in the oven, she gets distracted, and before she knows it, the fire alarm is going off. So she quickly goes to the oven. The cookies are ruined. Luckily, there's no live flames, but the cookies are absolutely ruined. And she hears a voice by her say, "Well, I'll be darned." I might change the language a little bit. And she startles. There's nobody there. So, but she goes outside, and the firefighters clear the building, and she talks to the owner, and the owner is actually one of the judges. And everything's okay. So she goes back to the apartment, and a little while later, she hears a voice again, like, talking to her, and she's like, "Am I going crazy?" And she's pretty sure she's going crazy, but it turns out, and this is such a unique, like, take on a ghost. This is not what I would normally think about a ghost, but it's, so she can hear the voice in her mind and her ears. She can't see anything. And she can also hear, like, she gets colors as the ghost's emotion, which is why I did the swirls on my eyes. But, like, she can feel the ghost's emotions in colors. And so she, and, like, the ghost, it's just, there's no real, like, body or, like, form to it at all. It's just, it's a ghost, so yeah, but I don't know, at the same time, I feel like when I think about ghosts, I think about them having a body, just not being they're not corporeal, you can't touch them. But no, it's just kind of there, like, it doesn't have any substance, it can't, and he says it doesn't have eyes, so it can't see anything. But Tessa and this ghost, eventually she kind of accepts that she's not going crazy. There's a ghost here, and his name is Walter. He was a baker, and he used to live in this, when the apartment building, before, it used to be his home. Like, it wasn't an apartment building, it was his home. And so he starts helping her with the contest, not at the contest, but to practice for it. And he is able to at least sort of help her. She still tends to overbake her things. Oh, and the contest is 4 weeks. The first week is cookies, quick breads. I don't remember what the third week was, and a cake. I don't think I said that, but that's what the contest is. And so they start to get, he starts to help her, and they get a little closer. And eventually he's actually able to, and then he's not sure why he's there. Like, he doesn't feel like he has any unfinished business. He's not sure why he's still a ghost. Or he doesn't know why he's a ghost. He can't leave the place. He can't leave the apartment. And he just says he's never had anywhere else to go. So he's never left. And so as they keep working together, they get closer, and eventually he's able to grow as a ghost, and he's able to get his body back, basically. Like, she can touch him and stuff. But I feel like it's just a unique take, and I don't know, maybe there's lots of books out here like this, but this is the first one that I've read like this, and I really appreciate it. Like, it is a good book. There is a little bit of adult content towards the end, and there's some language throughout, but it's a really good book. It turns out that Walter died in the 1960s. He was 32 years old. He was married and they had a kid. His wife had actually left him, and he raised his daughter until he passed away. He passed away because of an accident. But so she starts trying to help him figure out, what does he have unfinished business? Why is he still here? And he helps her, and they just kind of start helping each other, and they become closer? Does anything else happen? Will she get back with her ex? What will happen with the contest? Will she be able to slide through? Is she gonna go down in flames? Literally. No. Because will she go down? You'll have to read it to find out. But I do recommend this book. It's a good one. I hope you guys I think that's all I got for today. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Let me know if you have any book recommendations. I love book recommendations. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye.